All right, guys, we'll be live here in 1 minute. Welcome to the stream, guys. We're going to be talking about Sasana. Hopefully, we got some good updates tonight. Hopefully, the audit is complete and everything's okay, and we're moving ahead. So they should be here any second, guys. The link is in the description, guys. In the link, click that first. Click the link where it says sign up, and watch that first video on the page. It explains the utility very well. And I think you'll be impressed. When you see the utility and understand it, I think you're going to be impressed. But anyway, guys, we'll be starting here any second. As soon as they start, I'm going to shut my mouth and get them up on the screen. All right, guys, you'll see me on the webinar, Bobby K, the box Bobby K. That's me. Oh, and tomorrow, guys, I can't trade live. I got an appointment in the morning, but I'll be on at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll be on live for the power hour. So if you want to make some pips tomorrow, meet me at 3 o'clock right here on the power hour. All right, guys? Let's rock and roll. Now, they should be here any second. They're usually right on time, so let me clean my glasses. I got to get new glasses, man. My prescription is getting a little flaky, man. Guys, if you want to find out about Sasana, you can scan that QR code above me when the thing starts. Anytime you want to get on, or in the chat, it'll be in the chat too. I'll post it under the video. It's under the past videos too. The link. Don't miss this project, guys. It's going to be huge. You fell on. Come on, baby. Let's go. Where are these guys? It's the first night they've been late. Oh, here they come. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the live stream for the Pip Syndicate live stream for trading, man.
Where's mine? Hey, everybody. Welcome. We're going to do this call real quick tonight. Don't have any new updates, but we just thought we'd come on and talk a little shop with you guys.
Oh, no new updates.
I have put together, I don't even think we're going to record it. I don't see the point in recording tonight's call either. But
I'm going to watch anyway, guys.
I do want to just tell you guys that I put together a little overview. I wanted it to be a little shorter, and I want you guys to know I'll be doing more overviews. This won't be the only one, but I do think it's going to be effective for helping you share the vision of Sasana. That's what people need to see. They need to know why we're here. And if you watch that overview, you're going to know why you're here, and you're going to easily, bring other people over to the understanding of why you would not want to miss out on Sasana and what we're about to do. It's just incredible. And it's, sometimes it's like when you get to this point, because I know where we're at in this development. I've seen multiple projects go through all this. We're in the phase of waiting. Everybody's waiting for the voting system to come out. Everybody's waiting for the affiliate plan to launch. We're just waiting, right? We feel like we're waiting. And we feel like while we're waiting, we might as well just hang out and just wait. But the reality is, it's never a good decision to just hang out. I'm telling you guys, I've told you guys this multiple times, and I'm going to tell you again, and I'll probably tell you again, this is the time you want to share. This is the time you actually want people to learn about us. Because once we are in full swing with the affiliate plan and the voting mechanism, the ship's going to sail and it ain't going to come back. I'm just telling you. Like, the best opportunity anyone's going to get is right now. Okay? I can't emphasize that enough. And most of you aren't sharing the opportunity because you're waiting for everything to come out. And I understand that. I get it. Believe me. It makes sense to think that way, because you feel like, okay, I can't wait until we can vote. I can't wait until the affiliate plan launches, and I can't wait till this happens, that happens. I understand that. But I'm just telling you, we're going to hit a place where everything is functioning like it's supposed to. No more growing pains, no more obstacles, and then it's just going to take on a life of its own, where you couldn't even stop it if you tried. Like, it's just going to blow up, because I just know what's going to happen. I know that once the voting mechanism takes place, we're going to have our first election, and there's going to be a reward process. We're going to forge all the nominated projects that everybody has nominated through that election. It's going to pick out the most quality project that the community thinks is the most quality project. The DGen voter bonus is going to buy it. It's going to reward the voters. And then we're going to have a testimonial call with all the people who voted for the winning token. And they're going to come to a testimonial call. They're going to give their testimony. We're going to put it on our YouTube channel. And I'm just telling you, we're going to do that over and over. And at some point, we're just going to go viral. It's just going to happen, because the crypto industry's never seen this. They've never seen anything like it. And I'm just telling you guys right now that this is the time that you want your friends, if you've got dear friends that you care about, that you want to know about this, let them decide how risky it is. Don't you decide it for them. Don't you be like, well, it's kind of still risky because, they don't have the utility out. Guys, this is inevitable. There's nothing that's going to stop us from launching the utility. Nothing's going to stop us. It's just a matter of time. And how you use that time between now and when everything's full-fledged go is going to make a big difference for you guys. Don't sit around and just be like, I'll wait, because I don't want to tell my brother, my sister, my aunt, uncle, whatever, the people that I love, or my buddies, because I'm kind of waiting until everything works, and then I'll feel better about it, and I'll be able to tell them. And why don't you just let them decide that? Just say, hey, check. And by the way, I do have that overview that I created for you guys. I'm getting ready right now. I'm looking at our YouTube channel. I'm getting ready to publish it on our YouTube channel. And again, it's just one of many overviews that I'll create. You guys will be able to decide which one you like the best and use it. This one happens to be 27 minutes long. I'll probably do another one that's shorter, but I felt like just about everything that's in it is good and helpful for its purpose, because this is for the YouTube channel. Now, we're going to be creating affiliate sites where me and Brian get together and we put together some sizzle. We're going to put together some really short stuff, like 3 minutes, that gets people's attention. That when people hit that page, and they're going to want to fill it out whenever they hear the 3 minutes of what we have to say. And then it's going to take them to another step where they're going to get an overview. And I think step 1 is going to be the Sosana vision, what it's all about, what makes us special. And then step 2 is going to be Brian, pretty much with a more upscale version of the napkin presentation. Is kind of the way I see it, playing out. But again, we might evolve into even better things. But that's just kind of how I view it. But once I get this done, I hope that you guys see it as a good tool. And I also want your suggestions too. You can't offend me. I don't have an ego about this. If you get to know me, you realize I don't have a big ego. I love suggestions. I love it when people tell me what they think, because I can't learn or get better unless I listen to what people tell me, So it doesn't mean I'll always agree with you, but it does mean that I am open to your suggestions, and I do like to hear your suggestions. So if there's anything about that overview that you think he left this part out, Mark, you got to put this part in there. Like, that makes it even better. Or there's something you said in there I think you'd be better if you left out, or whatever. I don't care. Just feel free to send me a direct message on Telegram, and I'll hear you out. And again, I may not agree with you, or I may even tell you, well, we need that in there because of this, or I left that out because of that, whatever. But if you guys have any suggestions, I love hearing from you guys. And so that's an important thing. Does anybody have, let's see here. I'm looking at questions right now. I don't mind getting into some questions.
Yeah, I already responded to a couple of them, Mark.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Yep, got it.
Kim Snyder, I was thinking the election. Did you already answer that one?
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay. How about Money Mitch says, or no, I guess it was someone responding.
Yeah.
Great thing about family and friends. No, that's not a question. Okay, Mark Anthony, what about the first ever Sosana convention? Yeah,
I was thinking the same thing, man.
That's a David question for sure, more than it is me. But I guess it's a team question. It's something that we can consider. I don't know. Conventions. I've been to a lot of conventions, and I think there's a good purpose to conventions. I also think there's there's an upside and a downside to conventions. The only downside of a convention is oftentimes I've just seen it where people in the media or people that want to criticize you or whatever, they'll go to your convention, right? And they'll try to expose you because you're having a convention, or they'll try to say, oh, look, and I know you guys have probably seen some of those YouTube videos where they try to criticize companies or whatever. That's the only downside to it. I'm not saying no, we won't have a convention. I don't really know. I've thought about it off and on. You're not like that idea, Mark Anthony, is not like the first time I've thought of it, but definitely something we'll think about for sure in the future.
Hawaii's nice. Just saying.
Yeah, Hawaii, Caribbean somewhere maybe.
Right. That's right.
Any other questions about anything, guys? I hope that you use and like this overview that I'm putting out. It'll be out tonight. Within minutes from the time that we end this call, I'll be posting it in the Telegram. You guys will be using. It'll be straight off our YouTube channel. I haven't posted a lot on our YouTube channel in a while, so I want us to really grow the YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, that when I post that video, make sure that you subscribe, because it'll get us more eyeballs and more exposure. So that's all good. Any questions from anybody about anything while we're just kind of talking shop?
Hey, Mark, while people are trying to decide if they have any questions, three things I want to say. Number one is I want to give it up to Mike, who without Mark even saying, go into Telegram and tell us where you're from, got it started right away with Iowa and Alex. And then people follow suit, which just tells me
Awesome.
about the habit has been created.
Nice.
People know what's going on. Secondly, I had the privilege, everyone, of watching the overview that Mark is referencing. You're gonna love it. It's hugely effective, and it does a great job of painting the message, showing where we are, showing where we could be, and why it's very likely that we will be there, without, of course, making any promises, right? But it's exactly what you need if you want people to understand not just who Sosana is, what Sosana is, and why Sosana is, right? But why they should be excited about it right now, right? Kind of being it at the beginning and where we're going to go. So I think you guys are going to love that. The final thing I want to say is that, Mark kind of started off talking about, there are people who in kind of like a wait mode. And I get the natural inclination when you feel like, oh, there's something else coming, so I'm just going to wait. There's this going to happen. I've been in the industry for a long time. I know that, whenever it would leak out at some point that there was a promotion that was going to be coming up or something was going to be happening, there were two types of people. There were people who were saying, okay, I'll just wait until that gets here, and then I'll see what it is, and then I'll go out and get active at that point. And then there were people who always got into the mode of saying, I'm going to go out in advance of that and create as much momentum as I can, so that whenever that thing starts, we've already got momentum, we've got a strategic advantage. In other words, we're not going to start running when they shoot the gun off. We're going to get a running start. The people who got the running start always won the race. If the race is how much money can we make, how fast can we compress time frames, how successful can we be? People getting a running start, you just think about it logically, will blow by the people that are starting out of the blocks at the snap of the gun. At any given time, guys, if you want to be the most successful, and this isn't just a Sosana suggestion. I know there are people here who are involved in some other projects and et cetera, but at any given time, if you really want to maximize success, you should always be asking yourself this question: what is the very best thing, the very best actions that I can be taking right now to optimize my opportunity? And that changes. That answer changes depending on what's happening with the particular opportunity. And right now, I mean, we talked about it, right? We said that, I know we did some AMAs where we said, hey, listen, guys, remember, as it refers to the affiliate program, you're going to want to get as many people in place in the affiliate program earlier rather than later, because if you get $20 of Sosana right now, that could be, I don't know what $20 divided by 30 is really off the top of my head. Was that 600 tokens? Let's say. I think probably close to that, right? So you could actually, if you get $20 of Sosana right now as a commission, that would be 600 tokens. If you wait till Sosana's at $1 and you get $20 of commissions, that's just 20 tokens. Why would you not want 600 tokens instead of 20 tokens to do the exact same effort and work, right? And then get those 600 tokens, let it grow to $1 each,
65
and now that
tokens.
$20 commission you got in the beginning is worth $600 at some point in time in the future. So again, it's what can I be doing right now to optimize my opportunity? How many people can I share with? How many people can I get excited? How many people can I plug in? How many people can I pre-build, et cetera? So that when all these things launch, I've got the most aggressive move out of the gate. I am acquiring as many tokens as I can as a result of my efforts, my underground efforts, while everybody else is sitting around waiting. And now I've got the biggest windfall for me and my family. So I just want everybody to kind of keep those things in mind about what you should be doing. Don't fall into the malaise of being like, oh, I'll just wait. I guess there's nothing to do. Because I promise you, those of you that are doing that, other people are out there, they're game planning, they're master planning, they're doing trainings, they're getting people prepared for stuff, they're lining people up, they're preparing their leadership calls and events and all these types of things. And you're going to say to yourself, once everything finally launches, how is this guy and that team so far ahead of me? It's because right now, while you're waiting, they are preparing. So just kind of keep that in mind, guys. Hopefully that helps. Mark, with that said, I'm throwing the call back to you, sir.
Awesome, brother. Always awesome. So let me pop my video back on. Okay. Now let's talk about potential. What is, where we are now versus where we will be. I go there all the time. And one of the things I want you to realize that I didn't do on this overview that I put together, and I did that on purpose, I didn't talk about the token. I didn't talk about the price. I didn't talk about the potential or the supply or any of that stuff. And I didn't want to do that because I just wanted to make it so that this overview is good and it never is outdated. I don't want people to go, oh, he was doing that when we were 32 cents. We're at 64 cents now. I just wanted to make sure that it would just be like an evergreen way to just say, if you want to understand what this project's really about, what the vision is, go listen to this overview. That's what I wanted to make it about. But when you talk about potential, guys, how many of you guys think you know what the potential is? Give me some answers in Telegram, and don't be silly about it, okay? But be honest. Where do you think? What do you think is the potential? Lori thinks we're $100 plus. Okay, plus what?
Plus another few hundred.
Yeah. And that's honestly, I showed you guys. This was a long time ago. This was September 6th. I told you guys I did a Zoom September 6th, and I was going to put that out there, but I actually started looking at it last night, or what was it? I don't know when it was. I was looking at it, and I was like, it's a little outdated. Like, I just kind of thought, I don't really want to get it out there now because it was September 6th. It's outdated, and I think I put just about everything in. Kevin thinks $1,000. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you think about this, consider the whole crypto industry as a whole. Right? Right now, the altcoin market really hasn't had another wave. We've seen Bitcoin make all-time highs, Ethereum. We haven't even seen Solana, or excuse me, oh boy, I messed that one up. We haven't seen Solana make an all-time high in this particular bull run. We haven't seen it, right? And by this time next year, $100 by this time, I think that's very realistic. I really do. Because I think once this thing starts growing exponentially, you're not going to believe how fast things can grow. And it's like I keep telling people why I think Solana can transcend the whole crypto industry, because you guys realize that just about every altcoin out there, every altcoin, it lives and dies by Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's struggling and falling, they're struggling and falling, right? The liquidity just kind of sucks. It just sucks that liquidity out of the marketplace, right? That's what happens there. But I do believe that with Solana, it's going to be very different. I'm not going to say it won't slow us down. It probably will slow us down. But I still think we can continue to grow. And here's what's even more amazing. Aside from the token, you guys got to realize that even if the token's not growing, that we are still going to be kicking out some of the most amazing rewards in these elections. Because if you look at, and I don't mean to get political, but I just think it's a really good example. But if you look at the Trump token, and that's one of the tokens that I actually talked about in my overview today. Why did I do that? Because, matter of fact, let me just share the screen real quick. Why not? Hold on. let me put the disclaimer in before I share this, that
$15
this
by
is
New
not
Year, guys.
any
That's what I
guarantee
think.
of income or results or blah, 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 right? You guys know that. I'm not showing you this to make a comparison to say this is exactly what we're going to do or anything. That's not what I'm doing, but I'm just giving you guys some food for thought. Take a look at the Trump token, okay? Why do I like to show the Trump token? Because the Trump token was wildly successful whenever it first came out. It just exploded. If you look at this chart, this is from day one, which I believe was November of last year, right? Soon after the election. And you saw it explode, and ever since then, it's just gone down, right? They're on all kinds of exchanges. I mean, they're doing a lot of volume. And what's amazing is that they're still sitting in such a flat chart. I mean, if you look at, let me see how far back I can go. Let's just say May of this year, $14, and all the way to now, which is what, $6.26. So it's been going down and down and down. And yet, let me remind you, look at this volume. Unbelievable volume in a flat chart. $427 million in the last 24 hours.
Whoa.
And the price hasn't even moved.
Whoa.
Have you ever thought about that? Isn't that? It is. You're right, Kevin. It's crazy. It is crazy. And so I'm just telling you guys that even if the Solana token is not growing, you have to think about if we become a multi-billion-dollar project like I believe we will become, our team believes this, we wouldn't be here if we didn't believe it. And you got a $1.25 billion market cap with 427 million in volume in just the last 24 hours. Can you picture what the taxes are for that? I mean, just think about it. I'll do it again. I did it in my video today, but just think about this. I'm going to show you something. Again, this is not any guarantees, blah, blah, blah. But here's the thing. You got 427 million, okay, in the last 24 hours. Look at that. Okay. Take that times 14. Okay, ridiculous number there. Take that times 0.01, which is 1%. That would put $60 million in our DGen voter bonus pool. Okay, that's probably when we're going to be doing this once a week instead of once every 2 weeks. So just cut that in half. Still, if the community comes together and picks a really quality project, we could take some large market caps and blow up those tokens with money like that. I mean, wow. You know, and so where are we? What's the potential of Solana when we are a multi-billion-dollar market cap? The kind of volume that's going to be coming in and out. The people, and let me tell you, the reason why I think we can transcend the industry is because I got to remind some of you that have heard me say it already. I just don't see people coming in and out of Solana. I see people coming in and staying in. I don't see people coming in and going, you know what? I'm getting sick of this reward stuff. I just don't like it. I don't like making money every election. It's just not fun for me. It's just, I'd rather go back to the shiny object syndrome and just start looking for projects on my own. I don't really need a community. I'm not interested in pre-launch projects and live projects and earning rewards. I'm not interested in solving the #1 problem in crypto and getting paid for doing it. I'm not interested in any of that stuff. I'm actually just looking for some more token projects. Guys, I just don't see that. Like once this thing really becomes what it is, what it's going to become, I just don't think that it's going to be like other projects where people just go, yeah, man, I bought that Solana token at like $50 and I sold it when it was $75 and I'm off to other projects. No, they're going to keep coming back. Why?
Absolutely.
Because we're providing them exactly
money.
what they would leave us for if they left us. If I left Solana and said, I'm looking for other projects, why would you just stay in Solana and look for other projects? Why wouldn't you stay in a community where there's a safe haven, where there's strength in numbers, and get rewarded for finding quality projects? Instead, you want to go out on your own and go back to the shiny object syndrome mess? Heck no. And that's why I see that once we get to that place, see, I got to remind you guys again, the only reason we're sitting at I don't know how many holders it is. I don't know if Professor's on here. He can give us that answer. He knows everything. I haven't looked in a while. But what, 1,200 members, 13? I don't know what it is. 1,300 holders. I don't know what it is. I haven't looked in a while. But when we get to a place where we've got hundreds of thousands of holders and they're all coming in every week, choosing and electing quality projects, can you imagine? Think about this. We are going to have the most active participating community in history because everybody's here for the same reason. And everybody's here. And let me tell you, the people that aren't in Sosana by that time will be in crypto for the same reason they're at Sosana, is to find quality projects. We believe we're going to give people the best chance to find quality projects and to throw out the shiny objects and uplift the quality projects. Isn't it time that someone comes together and exposes the garbage and throws it out for everybody and brings up and uplifts the quality projects for everybody?
Absolutely, man.
So that everyone can have a chance? That's what this is about. We are going to solve the #1 problem in crypto, guys. And we're sitting here at 32 cents with 1,279 holders. This is where you are. I'm telling you, I see it. I see it so clear. And everybody needs to learn about this, but it's just going to be a matter of time. And when the voting mechanism is in play and the affiliate plan's in play, the ship's going to sail. Your chance, I'll just say this, your chance to get your friends in while we're 32 cents is now. I'm just going to tell you, I'll tell you, this is a very, up to this point, we've been an extremely resilient community waiting for this to happen. But I have seen this over and over and over in other crypto projects where they're waiting for the utility. They're waiting for things to happen. And then when it happens, ba-boom, it takes off. But in those other projects, they take off and they explode, and then they kind of plateau, and then they kind of pull back, and then they kind of range a little bit, and they're waiting for the next announcement, or they're waiting for the next bull run where Bitcoin takes off, so that when Bitcoin takes off, all the liquidity comes back into the market, and then it pumps up their price again. Then they make a new high, and they're subject to Bitcoin. I just don't think Sosana is going to be subject to the crypto market like that. I really don't. I think people are going to continue. They're going to look at Bitcoin and go, oh, look, Bitcoin dropped 30%. But they're not going to be like, let's get out of Sosana. They're going to be like, when's the next election? That's what they're going to be asking. I think we're going to create our own, I don't know what you want to call it. Yes, our own ecosystem, but also almost like our own crypto universe in a way. We're going to create a place where this is just, and I'm going to keep, listen, as we grow, I'm going to keep, expressing this vision to people all the way up to as far, just like I am now. It'll be 6 months from now when we have, 100 times the holders, in my opinion, and I'm still going to be coming on these calls and expressing this vision to everybody. Who does that in crypto? Does anybody do that in crypto? I don't know anybody that does that in crypto, but we're going to do it. I don't know anybody that rewards their community for participation like this. We're going to do it. We are going to transcend the industry, and everybody in our community is going to come together, and we're going to be like one big, gigantic, happy family having the most fun that any crypto community's ever had. And we're going to be putting out some of the best rewards, some of the most amazing stories. I think that, let me give you an example of a story that I think will happen. I think there's going to be people that show up and say, man, I got in at Sosana. It was around, $60 or whatever it was. And I didn't care about that. I just wanted to have at least $50 worth. So I didn't even need a whole Sosana token to participate. And I got into it, and I got into the vote, and I voted for this one awesome, really cool project. And the DGen voter bonus wallet exploded that project. I also held on to that project, and that project's community came over to Sosana because they were so excited about what we'd done for them. And they couldn't stop talking about us. And then that token just took off, and I made another 10x. And I've been able to do that over and over and over again because of this community. And it's changed my life. And it only took $50. I honestly believe stories like that can happen. you know, with this. And I don't think a story even remotely close to that can happen anywhere else, ever. You know, so I just want you guys to think about where we're headed, why the potential really is $100 or more, why even $1,000. I mean, what would it take to get to $1,000? I mean, we don't have near the tokens in full circulation yet. It's going to take us 5 years to get all 88.8 plus million tokens in circulation.
Absolutely. That's
right?
a low amount.
What would it take to get to $1,000? Do the math. Look at it. I mean, if we had, let's just say we had, I don't know, 50% of our tokens in circulation. What kind of a market cap? Who can answer that question? What would our market cap are? And this is, by the way, true market cap, not just the one on display, because most of the displayed market caps that you see is the market cap in fully diluted. Do you know what who can tell me what fully diluted market cap means? Not you, Brian. You don't count, man.
Oh, man.
Who in the Telegram can tell me what does fully diluted market cap mean? This looks like it's going to be the first person to look it up on ChatGPT.
That's right. They're all in there right now.
Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, so Kevin came out with it. Yeah, it means it means assuming that all the tokens are out in circulation. Do you guys realize that the deck screener right now reveals our fully diluted market cap? Do you guys understand that? Tell me yes or no if you knew that. And be honest. Tell me, I want to see yeses and nos. I want to see everybody. So Brett knew that, okay? Kevin knew that. Okay, Frank didn't know that. I'll bet most of you didn't know that if you're being honest. I'm not saying you guys aren't being honest, but the ones that say no probably don't even want to answer. Yeah, no. Come on, give me some more no's. I know there's more no's out there. I know there is. And I just want you to understand that, and I don't even know what our true market cap really is per se exactly. I can't give you an exact number because, you know, we've got the airdrop going because we took care of our people in Sosana 1.0 and we're always going to take care of you guys. I hope that at least that's an example of how much we love you guys and how much we will always take care of you.
How many more days left on that, Mark?
There's only 8 more days left.
8 more days.
8 more days and the airdrop's over.
Yeah.
But I just want you to think about, and I appreciate that, Kevin. And I appreciate that you're impressed with it. But honestly, Kevin, it's a duty. How do you not take care of your community? I mean, you guys were there with us from the very beginning. I don't even look at it as a special thing. I look at it as something that we just feel like it's our duty. You just do what's right. You take care of people. We'll always do that at Sosana. I just hope that you guys realize that that's proof of it, because I know there's a lot of distrust in crypto. I know that people are always worried about things. We need this to happen before we can trust them. Well, usually you have that criteria with, you know, devs that aren't doxxed. They're not doing Zoom calls. They're not out in front of you. You don't know where they live. You don't know who they are. You guys know everything about us. We're here. We're right in front of you, right? And so we're putting everything on the line for this project because we believe in it. Not a big risk for us because everything we do is honest. We're as transparent. I've never known a crypto community that's had the benefit of such a transparent, developing team as us. And I know I just bragged about us, but I've just never seen it. I just don't see it. I'm not saying that there isn't other projects out there that don't do Zooms or maybe don't get out in front of their people. I just don't see it. It's just not something that I've witnessed very much. Maybe there's companies that are kind of like tagged to a crypto project that do it. But I'm just telling you, we're here and we're always going to be here. I'm always going to be, you know, instilling this vision from day one all the way to day 1,000. You know, we're going to keep coming out here. And then eventually there'll be people that replace us because they just step up. We'll have leaders that show up. People like the professor that want to do calls and want to show up and express that vision. And then we'll come on some of these Zooms in the future too and just continue to, the goal is to just help keep everyone informed, keep everyone participating, keep everyone understanding, and then seeing how we evolve. And throughout every step of that process, doing it in a very transparent way, doing it in a way that you guys always know what's going on. And you guys are right here. I guess what it is we're just inviting you to just grow with us. You know, just grow with us. I mean, we're going through the growing pains right now, and each and every one of you guys. I mean, we didn't even announce this call, and we got and I will tell you, the people that show up on these Zooms, I notice. Ryan notices. We notice this. We notice the Lori Pattons and the Don Holtz. You know, we know it's the Kevin Blake Weldons, the who else out there that I see? Pip Syndicate. I don't know who you are, but we notice you. I mean, you're always here. So we appreciate that. That means a lot, you know, that you guys come out and support us. And just all I'm just saying is just invite people. Just bring them on. Because all we're going to do, I mean, why are we even here tonight? I didn't have any updates for you guys. I didn't have anything else to give you that's brand new, but I did put together that presentation that I hope is going to make it really easy for you guys to share. And I want to just shut up for a little bit because I think Brian also does an excellent job of just giving some input. Why don't you just say something, Brian?
Something.
I'm gonna let you say something, man.
Do me a favor, man. Do you still have that the Trump token still on your screen that you could just share?
Yeah.
Readily share. Because there's
Absolutely.
I noticed about that that I wanted to point out to everyone, which I thought was pretty interesting. So you have so Mark made a good point. He said $427 million in the last 24 hours of transaction in a flat chart, right? In a flat chart, not even doing anything to limit the price. But the other thing is they've got 633,000 holders, which that just jumped out at me, right? Because here it is. We're talking about a token that launched last November, right? Now, again, and we're talking about some extraordinary circumstances, right? You have, and again, this is not, again, and I appreciate Mark saying, this is not about being political. This is evaluating a token, right?
Right.
But you have someone wins the presidency of the United States, launched the token, right? Where they have the biggest platform in the world at that moment. And a bunch of people, always looking for an edge, looking for an opportunity, jump into the token. So now Sosana, we didn't just win presidency of the United States, but we have a utility that we believe is so incredibly powerful that as the word gets out about our utility, we believe it's going to have a massive impact. The reason why I wanted to come back to this token is because I wanted to point out to everybody that 633,000 people have heard about the Trump token around the world and you decided to become holders of the Trump token in less than 1 year. And I just wanted to give you an idea of what's possible, right? Once everything kicks in, right? We talk a lot about the affiliate program. We talk a lot about, other aspects of this and the voting mechanism. What we don't spend a lot of time talking about is the marketing that we're going to do. And that's where a lot of people on this team really, really shine, right? Is with the marketing, with the relationships you're going to have with different influencers, going to different events, in whether they be in Dubai or other parts of the world in crypto conferences, and having a chance to talk about Sosana and what it is. All these types of things that really aggressively push Sosana into the crypto public sphere, where now we've got all the eyeballs on us and people kind of saying, oh, that's cool, and I want to be a part of it and coming in. That's why for your benefit, you've got the round robin, right, that we were talking about for lead gen and all those things that will benefit the people who are affiliates. But all these people buying on our chart, you've got positive price pressure, right, happening from people from all these marketing efforts. But you also end up with more and more and more and more and more Sosana account holders. And once you get to a ton of account holders, you now have a scenario where in one day, even without the price moving very much at all, up or down, it's just going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? But not really, but kind of staying straight line, you can still have hundreds of millions of dollars of transactions, because there's always people buying, always people selling, always people buying, always people selling, right? And you've got these hundreds of millions of dollars transactions, which in the Trump token, as an example, if the price is not moving that much, $428 million worth of transactions means nothing to the average person right now who's holding the Trump token. It means zero to them. Right. You know what I mean? In Sosana, $428 million. You look at the price. You wake up this morning and the price is 32 cents, and then by tomorrow morning the price is 32.4 cents, and you're like, Nothing happened yesterday. Well, if there was $428 million worth of transactions, if you're on Solana, there's no way you're saying nothing happened today, because what you're saying is $4.2 million just got added to the DGen voter bonus. That means in 2 weeks, bro, we are going hard on something because we are going to move the value of just about any token in the space tremendously, right? You are excited about that, even though in most of these tokens, all that activity means zero to the people who are holding the token. Because again, if the price doesn't change, why do I care, right? I bought Trump token. I bought it at $6.24. Whoop-dee, I woke up this morning, it's at $6.25. Wow. You know what I mean? I could care less. But with $422 million or $28 million worth of volume, and I'm in Solana, and we have that same scenario, oh man, I'm blocking out next Monday. Nobody call me. Nobody try to reach me. I'm telling my family, don't even come looking for me, because if we're going to be pouring in tens of millions of dollars into a token at 8 o'clock, I need to be at the ready at 7 o'clock, because this is going to be a tremendous, potentially financial opportunity for me and my family. That is the difference. So when I look at this stuff, and Mark says, yeah, $428 million didn't even move that needle, but I'm like, that's how people are thinking in all these other tokens, but we're going to think differently here. And the only difference between Trump token and our token, right? And where they at? Well, first of all, there's time, right? But the other thing is, it's the holders. It's the amount of holders. You have all that action because you have all those holders. So if you understand why we get all excited and we talk a lot about, man, we gotta push it. We gotta go share it with people. We gotta talk to people. The reason why we're gonna get the affiliate program going is because now people are incentivized to talk to people, right? All these types of things is because we know that as the amount of holders goes up, the amount of daily transactions goes up. And as that goes up, the DGen voter bonus wallet gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And Mark always talks about that tipping point. That's how we get to that tipping point where all of a sudden the other variables don't matter, right? We've got so much in the DGen voter bonus wallet that we know we're going to move the needle with just about any token that wins our voting process. And we are going to put the people in our community in position to potentially have a big win. That's all I wanted to show here, man. It's just, awesome. Seeing that and seeing all that volume and the price not moving, but understanding that if we had the same exact situation, all that volume and our price didn't move, it would still be one of the most exciting days in Solana history, because we know what's happening with the taxes on that and how it's going to give people a real opportunity to have a different way of winning. In the Trump token, only one way to win. Price goes up to a higher point than where you bought it. In our token, the price, think about this, guys. In our token, the price could actually be going down and you'd still be winning. Yes. With enough volume going on. Think about that. Think about you buy the token at today as a comp. You buy Solana today at $6.25. 2 weeks from now, Solana is at $6.05. In any other token, you'd say that was a bad 2 weeks. I lost 20 cents per token. You know what I mean? I bought 1,000 tokens. I lost 20%. I lost $200 out of my $1,000, right? Or something like that. However, if during that 2 weeks, there was $428 million of volume every single day. So now that's 4.2 million of volume every day that went to the DGen voter. So now all of a sudden you're like, okay, it's 2 weeks later. It's Solana Monday, and we've got what is that number, Mark? 16 million, about 50 something million dollars that we're about to pump in. 50 something million or 29. No,
it was. No, you're right. If it was 14 days, it'd be 59. So I divided it by 2. Yeah.
There you go. So $59 million that's in the DGen voter bonus wallet. Who cares about that $200 that you lost? Do you understand? Man, who cares?
Right.
There's $59 million. I know what I'm doing to make sure that this is the best 2 weeks of my life, and I can care less about the fact that we lost 5 cents on the value of the token. That's why when Mark said we're basically going to create our own universe, right? Where the laws of physics, right? All the stuff that exists here in this universe, what goes up must come down, all that stuff. Not necessarily in the Solana universe. What goes up can keep going up. You know what I mean? It's like we're gonna put this into a position where we're going to give people all throughout the crypto community the best opportunity to win over and over and over and over and over again. The edge that everybody's looking for, that is what Solana is going to become synonymous with. And that's why we are excited about this token. So when we're sitting there and we're looking at, when I look at this Trump token and I see that amount of holders and that amount of volume and where they are, and I see where we are right now, and I understand that Trump token has no utility as far as I know, right, Mark? I mean, it's a meme token, right? It has no utility. Yep. I get just more and more excited about what we're bringing to the marketplace and where we're going to be as the word gets out. And again, the people who are in now, I'm sure a lot of you are thinking right now, some of you are thinking just in your brain, man, you know, how much is my current wallet? If I didn't buy another Solana token, the amount of tokens I have right now, what would it be worth when Solana was just at $6.25, right? Because that's like what, another 20 something X, 25X or something like that. So that would be a great thing. And way before we get to the $100 and the $1,000 that I saw people put in Telegram, guys, we are just scratching the scratch of the scratch on the surface. Like we haven't done anything yet. And you know about this before everybody does. You can see what's possible and you can understand where we're going. This is by far the most exciting project on the planet. And the vast majority of the people who are going to get involved in Solana haven't even heard about it yet. If I were you, when I knew that, I would have one goal to say this: the people who are going to be the biggest drivers of this probably haven't even heard about this yet. If I were you, my goal would be to get as many of those people on my team as possible. That's it. And then you can sit back and be a cheerleader and say, go, man, go. Oh, man, I heard you went out and just did this incredible stuff and just rocked this a bit. And go, man, go, because you know what it means to you and your family as you're being rewarded in Solana token. So thanks, man. Thanks for pulling it up. That's it. I'm good.
No, that was an awesome perspective, Brian. You're so right about that. And it tells me even more of like why I believe we can transcend the industry, you know? And this 4.8 million I just put up right there, I just kind of put that in there because I thought, okay, we had 9.8 million tokens that we released in the liquidity pool. Okay. We have tokens going out in the airdrop. So if I was just to be real conservative, I could say that there's about 15 million tokens once the airdrop is completed. Maybe let's just say that. I don't know. I don't have an exact number, but let's just say there's 15 million tokens in circulation. At 32 cents, we're a $4.8 million market cap. I just want to try to help you guys understand how small we are right now and what the real potential is when you think of a multi-billion-dollar project in the making. Okay? I just want you to understand that so that you realize that what you see on Deck Screener is the fully diluted market cap, and what in reality is the real market cap based on what's truly in circulation in terms of how this project can perform with its current circulation, because it's going to take over 5 years after the 6-month cliff period. You just read it in the light paper. You guys will have it's all the information. Things I'm telling you right now is not really new information. It's just revealing what's real, like what's in front of you. This is just information that if you understood it, you would realize that. And you talk about the holders, you might think, wow, 633,000 holders just to get to a $1.25 billion market cap. No, not really. Because if you look here, you see the price it got up to $45 at one time. I want you to think about that too. $45. So that means it was probably about 8 times more than what it is right now, right? 8 times more than what it is right now. And that's why if you look at that, and if you look at Pepe, for instance, so that's another one I like to show you guys because it shows their holders. Pepe currently has 489,000 holders, and it's got more than double the market cap. But it's because of its history, you know, and where it's been, and everything's just different, right? Some token holders hold on for a while, then they leave. They come and go. But it's just like, I got to ask you guys, can you think of one reason? And tell me in the Telegram, can you guys think of a single reason why someone would just leave the Solana community after they're part of it? Why would you ever leave the Solana community? It doesn't make sense. I can't think of if you're here to make money and you're here to find quality projects and you love making rewards, if you love getting paid, I mean, how about getting paid to find quality projects? I mean, nobody else is going to pay you to find quality projects. We're not competing with the industry. We're actually uplifting the industry. We're trying to get rid of all the shiny objects and uplift the quality projects. There's so many quality projects right now on the Solana network that just are never going to get seen if it wasn't for Solana, in my opinion. There's so many of them that are probably out there right now that will have never been seen or understood or ever uplifted or ever even made it beyond where they're at, even though they're a super quality project. They got an awesome dev team, but maybe they just don't know how to market, or maybe what they're bringing to the marketplace, people just haven't discovered it. And so our goal is to get that project discovered. We want people to discover those projects so that we can get past all the shiny objects and get people to focusing on quality, not pump and dumps. That's what we're trying to clean up the industry. We think we can actually save the Solana network. And when I say that, I mean the people. I'm talking about the people inside that network, the people that are coming and going. There's so many people that get into the Solana network as their first crypto experience, and they buy some meme token that doesn't go anywhere, and then they leave, never to come back, never to return. What a shame. What a shame that was their first experience in crypto, when what we're trying to accomplish is mass adoption. We want crypto to be mass adopted. We want the Solana network, meaning its people, its community, the people that are invested in Solana, the people that are looking for projects on the Solana ecosystem. We want them to be successful, right? And we think this is the greatest contribution to the Solana community, to help people be more successful in their goal to acquire quality projects and build their portfolio. So hope you guys can understand that.
Mark, don't keep that up for a second, because look at, if I'm reading this right, look at Pepe's. So it says their price is down 31% in 1 year. Is that right? Am I reading that?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. But you go back to where you just were. The 24-hour volume for Pepe was $938 million.
It's insane.
Okay. So if this was Solana,
right?
You bought Solana a year ago. Let's say you bought, a $200 Solana a year ago. The price was down 31% in a year. So you had lost $60 of your $200. But we were doing $938 million a day in volume, which means every 2 weeks.
Right.
I'm just trying to put this in perspective.
It's crazy.
That the multiple ways that you could win with this token. If our price was down 31% in a year, but we were doing $900 million a day in volume, no one would care about our price. And that is what I'm trying to get to. And by the way, I don't believe that that's going to be our scenario. I believe that because people they want to participate in the voting and the nominating, they got to buy and hold $50 or $500 or more, right? That it's going to be the opposite. As more and more people are joining, the price is going to go up because they're buying and they're holding. Even if they want to buy and sell on the chart, the vast majority of them are going to make sure they never sell that takes them to a point below 500 or 50, depending on what their participation goals are, whether they want to be a nominator and a voter or just a voter. And because of that, we're going to have a stabilization factor that these other tokens don't have, right?
Yes.
It's not just a pure gambling thing, right? This is a membership kind of cost. This is the cost of access, right? To being part of us, right? And so we're going to have a stabilization factor they don't have. But also, again, it's going to be a point where people are like, man, I don't care. They're going to be like, what's the price of Solana today? Somebody's going to say, who cares, bro? We did $500 million in volume yesterday. Like, I mean,
know.
Yeah, it's gonna be a weird thing, because
it is.
The token, the only thing you care about is the price. Here, it's going to be how much volume did we do yesterday? And guys, we get there with token holders. What I find interesting about this is we just saw the Trump token, right? It had 600 and something thousand token holders. It did 400 and something million. This has more than double the volume, but still has less token holders, right? So again, if we don't have to get 600,000 or 488,000, right? There is a tipping point number where we will get to, where we will create enough action on our chart, enough volume happening, you know, every second somebody buying or selling, buying or selling, buying or selling, buying or selling, or moving tokens, right? In our platform from one wallet to another, from one individual to another, that the volume number will explode. And once that happens, this is a whole different game. It's a whole different game, guys. And that's where we are. So, all right, man. I know I said I was done before. Now I'm
no, I love it. I love it. Bring it on, man. Anytime you got something to say. But the thing is though, I put up that number 131,300,000 because here's the thing I want you guys to think about. You look at Pepe, for instance. It's sitting at 3 billion. It's actually been as high as over 9 billion. That's one thing I know about Pepe. They've been almost 10 billion, I think, was their high. Okay. How did they start? They started with a character that people liked. Oh, Pepe, the funny little character. Isn't that cute? That's funny. And then they all started getting excited about the numbers. They started looking at the chart. They started realizing, wow, we're building quite a following here. And people just got into the FOMO, the fear of missing out. People just started jumping in, right? And all they had was a funny little character. Can you imagine how many people are going to be talking about the Degen Voter bonus wallet? And this isn't just some funny little character. They're going to be going. They're going to be like, the community's going to come together and they're going to say, how big can we make the wallet in the next election? We got to tell people about this. I mean, if people can't shut up about a funny little character?
Yeah, it's crazy.
What do you think they're going to be thinking?
Right?
How are they going to shut up about a Degen Voter bonus wallet that can put out some of the biggest rewards ever seen in crypto history, and move markets like the crypto market has never seen? I mean, you talk about influence. You know, one of the most valuable things in cryptocurrency is influence. Can you imagine the kind of influence that Solana is going to have? And it's going to be you guys. It's going to be community based. It's not all just going to be one person having a YouTube channel, right? It ain't going to be Alex, whatever his name is. What is it? Alex Becker, I think. That's like one of the biggest YouTube influencers. It's not just going to be Alex and all of his influence. It's going to be the Solana community and all of its influence. And then you guys coming into that election and giving yourself an opportunity, right? Whether you win the election or you decide you want to participate and maybe add that token to your portfolio, whatever it is, there's an opportunity eventually every week. Okay. And so I just don't think people can shut up about something like that. And I also don't think people can leave a community like that. I don't think people can come in and experience that and go, I didn't like that. I just don't think that's going to happen. And just like Brian said, even if our token goes from $10 to $6, who's going to go, I don't really care about the election process anymore. The token just went to $6. No one's going to do that. Everyone's going to be like, well, how big's the next election?
That's right.
Right?
That's
so I hope you guys can continue to see as we talk shop here, and that's why you got to keep coming to these calls, is I hope that you guys can understand why Solana, unlike any other crypto project in the world, is so much more than just a token, right? We're not just a token. We're an opportunity to create wealth completely separate from the token. And we're just talking about live projects. What about the pre-launch projects? And then you talk about this. Brian mentioned marketing, okay? If we have, you got to realize, if we got $10 million in our Degen Voter bonus pool, how much do we have in marketing for 2 weeks? Oh my. How much do we have for marketing? Who can tell me? Give me a number.
5 mil?
Somebody tell me in Telegram. Who's the first to
mil.
tell me? How much is our marketing wallet in that 14-day period? If our Degen Voter bonus wallet is 10 million, what is our marketing wallet? The money we can spend to go out and find more influence.
Izzy got it right. She said a lot.
There you go. No, not 2.5. It's half.
Charlie O got it.
Charlie O.
5 million.
Congratulations. So that's what it is. It's $5 million in marketing, guys. How many crypto projects can say, hey, we got $5 million. Oh, by the way, it took us 2 weeks. We got $5 million in marketing. Where do you think we're going to do with that? We're going to get some serious influence going, right? I think it's going to get stupid.
Yeah.
It's going to get to a place where it's just stupid. It's going to be like, this is ridiculous. How ridiculous can we get? It's just going to be crazy. And you know, will we plateau? I guess we got to plateau at some point, right? We can't continue to grow in terms of volume forever. I mean, there's got to be a plateau somewhere. I just don't know where it is. It's going to, but I think it's going to be based on the market. It's like, if you look at the entire coin market cap, I'm going to go there. Let's just say, and this represents all of crypto. Everything in crypto is about $3.84 trillion. Okay. So I think we could probably get to a place where we plateau that measures itself against probably the 3.84 trillion market cap, maybe. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys what is or isn't going to happen, but I'm just thinking out loud in that sense, because I just don't see why we don't keep growing and why we don't continue to help more and more people and create our own crypto universe. So anyway, enough of that. I think we've been on here long enough. I don't think there's any more reason to continue for tonight. We are an hour into this. It is now 10 p.m. Eastern. I want to thank everybody for coming on. Victor asked a good question. Does anyone have a recording of Brian's napkin presentation? Yes, someone post that for Victor if they can, because that one's going around too. Victor, and I hope that you use what you might want to do, Victor, is use the presentation that I'm about to put out. As a matter of fact, I think it's ready. Let me check. I believe it is ready, and I'll give it to you guys right now. The YouTube video. Yep, it's ready. Okay, I'm going to give you guys the Sosana Vision video right now. I'm just pasting it right now. You guys can use that link for the Sosana Vision. It is now out there, and I would recommend, Victor,
that was awesome, guys,
that you use that Sosana Vision, and then that you use the napkin presentation that Brian put out as like a step 2, and his is only 11 minutes. There's like in there. Where's the 11-minute version? Does anybody know where that is? You know where that is, Brian? The 11-minute version.
Yeah.
Someone condensed it.
Yeah,
I don't know how much it
did a
was.
Really good job, yeah, of
Yeah.
kind of cutting off of it. Yeah, and it's 11 minutes. I think I think it's the best one. You know what I mean?
Excellent.
That version of it is the better one, because it's just right to the point.
Yep. So anyway, thanks everybody for coming on, and we will see you tomorrow night. I'm going to be gone. It is Wednesday night for me, but Brian will be here, and you guys know how good he is. So enjoy it. And if I don't hear from any of you guys sooner, I'll see y'all Thursday night, but be here tomorrow night and bring your friends. We'll see y'all later.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Have a good day, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Awesome, man. Well, guys, thanks for stopping by, man. Click the link in the chat. I'll put the link below too, man. Thanks for stopping by, man. It gets me excited every time, bro. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 3 p.m., man, for some live trading. All right, guys. Cheers, man. Cheers. Have a great day on purpose. God bless you guys. See you tomorrow, man.